All right, so what we're gonna do, first thing that we get on the dyno, we're gonna get our RPM pickup, and I'm actually gonna put this onto one of the spark plug wires. So that way we get a RPM versus just using speed. And with RPM, all the bikes we get to compare through the RPM versus the speed. If you ever see a dyno that on the bottom it only has your speed, then that's pretty much the wrong way to dyno, because that way you can't see where your power band is, versus with this you can see your horsepower and speed and RPM. So you just get more data, and it's more accurate to overlay. Because like if you have a bike that's on the dyno and let's say the gearing's off, like let's say it's got like 2 teeth smaller on the front and 1 teeth bigger on the rear, you're not going to be able to compare the actual dyno to the other one because it's not going to do the same speed. So with this, you can see the actual speed. Now we have the bike on the dyno. We're going to go ahead and let it warm up. It's very important that you let the bike get to operating temperature. If it's too cold, your horsepower numbers are very inconsistent. So you want to keep between the window of about 185 to about 205 degrees. You don't want to go any hotter, any cooler, because that's where you ride the bike. So it's important that that's where you dyno the bike also, to get accurate horsepower numbers. Alright, so what we did is we ended up having to do 6 runs. The first run, the bike only made 171 horsepower. And if you notice, there's a jump in run 6 and run 7. Between run 6 and 5, I ended up taking about a 3-minute break. The engine temperature got up to 215 degrees. And what I did is I let it fully cool down to 185 degrees. And what that allowed was the engine finally got heat soaked all the way through. So the engine was fully warmed up at that point. So I went ahead and I did our full horsepower run, which ended up being 173.38. So that's what we ended up with this flash that is already in this bike. We'll see what it does after we flash it.